Hello there. Today, I'm actually doing a sort of demonstration on a Lego build I've done recently. This little gun thing. The only thing it actually has working is a detachable magazine right here, and a working slide. Now, I'm not going to go through a tutorial, but I will make you guys sort of guess by looking at the gun what parts you need. It's going to be actually really hard to do the slide, especially like when I have one hand holding the camera. Now, if you actually want to use this in sort of like a game for yourself, the magazine capacity, I have a couple extensions I made. Let me see if I can just prop the camera real quick here. So I'm also trying to look through the camera, like on the screen of the phone, and look at it. Alright, so, okay, fine. Now the magazine, so wait, I just let the camera down for a second. Here's another one right here, but if you want to get a little bit more accurate, you can actually put like a little design of a bullet on top. For this one, I just did like one of those all gray bullets, fully metal jacket. Come on, camera, focus on that little shiny piece. Focus, camera. Oh, you get the point. Yeah, see. Now, to get realistic, each of these mags on their own will cost you will only be like around 6 rounds. 7 if you want to count there being like a little bullet down here, because I literally took like parts that might actually be around the same size of like a bullet and to be held in these. No, never mind. No, never mind. This would have to be 3-dimensional, and I did use 3-dimensional pieces. So yeah, it would only equal up to like 6, 7 if you use this one. Because, like, the way I counted is just I left this part open, and then I did, like, a little calculating. I put a piece, like, that piece in. Didn't put any Legos on. I just counted how many Legos would actually fit in the space. And then one to go inside the barrel. And I came up with the conclusion that I could only fit 6 in there, but if you want to be a little bit more excessive, and actually there's, like, a spare one hidden down there, you can. Besides, that would actually make more sense with the attachment I have in here. This. It goes on to another magazine, which is this. Now in this video, I shall actually pause the recording and just give you a little bit of a demonstration on how to build each type of magazine. You can make these any colors. I just use these with the pieces I had at the time, which was literally 2 nights ago. I've had this thing for a full 2 nights. I'm not planning on dismantling it because, well, it's really important to me. Alright, so instead of actually showing you how to build the gun, I'm going to let you look at it, and then I'm actually going to dissect part of it, and then the other part, just to see what you can get, like, a basic idea of what you need to do. Let me put the camera down here. Never mind. I'm going to pause the recording, and I'll be right back. Now, if you didn't hear me, I meant to say back, because sometimes, even if it said back, I'm sorry if you didn't really hear it. Just like, I don't know when to stop it, but here's where you get a sort of idea of what it looks like from one side. You do basically the same thing with the other plates, just add and mirror it, and just so you know, any of these pieces, it can be all one color, it can be multicolored like I have here. It doesn't exactly have to be the same exact colors. Because as I said before, I just made this using parts I had at hand. Except some of these things are actually fairly new, as this gun went under modifications to get a working slide. At first it didn't even have a working slide. But here's the end-up model. I plan to modify it in the future, but that's like small edits that won't really do anything. Maybe a working trigger system, but that would require you to dismantle a pen. Because the way I did it, I got this out of like my different usernames video. It was the Calibri, one of his latest ones. And I just sort of took the model way out of hand and made my own little custom gun. As far as I use it as like a sort of representation of the Mac 10 or Mac 11, whichever one. Either way, it looks cool. Alright, so I'm actually going to show you the other plate real quickly. So yeah, you would have to do all of that internal working. Then you got this. I'm not going to show you how to build each part individually, though you can get a little small idea by looking at that. Pause the video if you need to, if you want to actually build this yourself. Remember, you have to do the same thing on this. Give you a little side view. Now we're going to put this back on the side it was on. Sorry. I wear blue shorts today because we went to a carnival, as I said. It was the Bristol Carnival. We actually found out that on Tuesdays we'll actually open around earlier than we actually went to. We actually got there around like 3, and we had to wait like 2 hours just to get inside because it opened at 5. But yeah, we actually came home a little bit early. The park was actually set to close at 11. We usually leave around like 9 or something, or like when just when Dad thinks we should leave. But sorry for setting down the camera. My magazine broke. Okay, back to the little story about today. Just because we're sort of getting off topic, and I just want to explain a little story of what happened today, and that's why I'm wearing shorts. Because like earlier this day, I was actually wearing pants, but I showered, got ready, and everything. Got new socks on. These beautiful things. I don't know why there's a little hole in them. Growing out of these socks, I need to get another whole pair. But back to the carnival thing, I actually made the statement that I needed to go home because I went on one too many fast rides and got myself overly nauseous. Yeah. A funny story about the last time we went, last year. I actually got to the point where I almost threw up by going on like a giant spinny thing. Like, it uses the gravitational G-force to actually hold you against the walls. Post in the comments if you've actually had something similar like that. Like, if you've been on a ride similar like that. Not if you got nauseous or anything, just post a comment. But, yeah, so the only reason why I actually almost threw up last time is because I had, like, a slush. And, yeah, and my lesson was learned. Don't have anything sugary and cold before you're going to go on a very fast ride that spins around in circles. It's called the Roundup, part of Rockwell Amusements. You should try getting to one of their carnivals if they're in your town. I just went to Bristol, they're not in my town. Okay, sorry for giving you a little overview of the gun. But if you're wondering how to build this piece, just look very closely at it. You need just these 2x3 plates. And this little 3x3 plate right here. That's it. To like build the ending part. And then just use whatever pieces you have available to actually make the rest of the barrel. And then the slide you already saw, it's just a rubber band. One of those little white Lego rubber bands that you can get in some sets. I don't know where I got this one. Maybe it was out of like the Lego Crazy Contraptions book set. I've lost almost all the pieces to that. I've regained a couple of them, but all the rest are hiding in my Lego bin right there. Alright, magazine demonstration tutorial. I'm just going to take it apart right in front of the camera. Alright, so this one, you stack 3 plates like this. And then you stack 2 1x2 bricks like this. Like that. You see? Take these little bricks, these little things, stack them up like that. And then you're gonna need like one of these 1x2 cheese soap pieces. 1x2 plate, put that there. Then put the cheese soap on top of it, facing the direction of the other part of the fold up 2x2 plates. Then you're gonna take your previous piece from before. And then you're going to take 2 more of these little 2x2 plates, stack them, put them together, and then put them on. Then you're going to fold it, so that way it looks like it's sticking out the side. Now I'm also going to show you a way of actually morphing my gun into a magazine design that fits this magazine. The normal gun design will not fit that kind of magazine, but it'll still be able to fit the slide and everything. It'll be the removal of this plate, but most of this piece the pieces up here. You don't have to worry. You can copy the same design or get like a shorter one of these plates or anything, whatever's at your disposal. Upgrade to your best matter. You don't have to go with this exact same design. Like, you don't have to use that little cup if you don't have the piece. I just use that for fun. I don't know why I use it. Because, I mean, like, look at that sight, mate. You're looking down into that little hole. Pew, pew, pew. Alright, so, back to the magazine. Now, this comes with the attachment of this piece. Now, let me just quickly show you what pieces you're going to need. You're going to need one by 2 by 3 plate. Then you're going to need one of these little... You're going to need 4 slope pieces. One facing upwards like this. Like, yeah. You're going to need 4 actually. 1 by 2 bricks. You know, stack them up like a little square on every edge. Then you're going to take 2 slope bricks. 2 by 2 slope bricks. 2 by 4, whatever. Then you're gonna put it on here. One side. All around 1 2 by 3 brick. 2 by 3 by 1. If you want to go into dimensions, of course. Yeah. Don't know why I'm doing that, but yeah. Alright, now it's on to building a magazine. Same concept with a little free plate thing. You can detail it with bullets if you want. This one and all the other ones right here were just made using just full plates instead of 2 separate things because I didn't have the correct pieces to make a detailed bullet. Though, if you want to, I made like that's like a extension to a barrel. You can make your own attachments and stuff. Attachments are not our focus in this video, though. I'm trying to find the magazine. Sorry for holding the camera out into space. You're just looking at nothingness. Wait. Come on, where is it? Ah, here we go. Now, you can do the same thing with another magazine. This one, I just put like a 2 by 2 plate in. I have black plates I can put on this. So that way it looks like it's all empty. Like, oh yeah, right here. Don't worry, these black plates are useless. I don't know why I still have them on there. I'm going to actually remove the other one. Because it's stupid to have them on there when their use is really nothing. Alright, give me 1 second. Alright, there's your non-loaded magazine. So that's a little creative idea. You can, like, if you're making a video, just edit it and just use, like, something like that. And that's just a tip. Alright, now we're going to suit up my gun to fit this magazine. Now, if you want to, you can actually make more of those smaller magazines, like I have made a magazine extension right here. Then I've also made another small one, but without the side extension piece. Yeah. So what you're going to do is you're going to remove this plate, this side plate, and replace it with every plate you have. But since the plate I have at my disposal is a 2 by 6 plate, we're going to use that. So what you're going to do is you're going to do this. Just put the end 2 steps right there. Now, I've actually made another piece. Now don't worry, this can be any 1 by 4 brick. You're going to need 2 plates, 1 by 2. Make sure one of them's a flat plate though, not a studded plate. Then you're gonna put one right there, like a little 1 by 2 plate. Then you're gonna put a flat plate on top. And there you go, you got your simple little magazine blocking system. Now let's watch closely. I'm gonna actually quickly. Alright, I made the magazine. Doesn't that look cool? Alright, so you're gonna take that. You're gonna actually. Okay, let me move this. Now you're going. Now it doesn't matter what side you remove the plate on, as long as you still have like this little piece sticking out. Because without that, the magazine, the slide is actually known to like shake up a tiny bit, and just cause all sorts of problems. Even with this extension going through the whole thing, that basically protects it. It won't really do that much, especially since there's like nothing protecting it on the side, so we could like swivel over this to the side or something, even without this protection. Like it'll just go like it'll start lifting up and everything. Okay, back to the main thing. Then you're gonna take this piece. It's so hard to do this. Then you actually put that right there. Sorry for that plate coming off. It's just how am I supposed to hold this? Alright, now you're gonna take this piece like this. You do that. So that way it's like locked in. And then you're ready for extreme firing. Now, just a reminder, the reason I let you build this thing separate is that you can go on any of these magazines, like literally, except that short one. But any other one, like if I were to take it off right here, take it off the extension, I can take this magazine. There you go. The end. Goodbye. I've got to review attachments and make sure and pause the recording as it's getting a little bit late. Okay, never mind. I decided not to pause it. Okay, what we're gonna do is I'm actually gonna go over a couple of attachments. One or two though. Such as this folding barrel extension. Like this can fold up, like, give me a second. This requires some maneuvering with two hands. Now see that? And I can fold it. It becomes an extension. Isn't that a little cool? It's like a take-off suppressor, but it's not a suppressor. Now, fun fact: this thing does come with a pre-made suppressor that I have made. Joking, this is not something that you can actually pull out the interwebs. Sorry, I don't know why. I feel like I'm just like one of those guys in like the commercials just selling something, even though I'm not really doing anything. I'm just sitting, reviewing my own little creation. But it does, if you want to, you can build this suppressor, which you're gonna need a heck load of these little 2x4 plate bricks, a lot of them, and two rounded, with rounded edges. Now I've also made another barrel extension, the one I showed to the camera a couple seconds ago, or earlier in the video. Yep. Okay, found it. It's this thing. I don't know why I made that piece clear. I'm guessing it's just maybe if it was like it could actually fire, you could actually see like the bullet go through. This is based off of a real life Mac 10, but like not the actual thing. I don't know. Oh wait, I already said that earlier in the video. Dang it. You basically just push that stud into a little slot right there. Now that's a crucial piece right there. You're gonna need to grab like one of those little 1x1 bricks and put that there. So that way you can actually attach on this and stuff. And not only that, make it look a little bit more realistic if you want to take this into battle and just make it look so realistic. Now, if you want to, you can request actually for me to do a tutorial. And also ask me if you want a trigger, because I can easily make a trigger. Except, the problem is, not that many people will just want to tear apart a pen to get the spring inside and then cut that up, because I'm going to follow by my different username tactic of actually taking apart that magazine. Like cutting a pen string to 1/2 inch and then using that as a trigger reset system, as I don't want to go through something very complicated. Okay, but this can also be reset back to the default just by removing the lock piece. Give me a second. Putting on the original plate. Now, just so you know, I have all the stuff contained in my Fedora. Now, we cannot see what magic... Oh, give you a little sneak peek there, but okay. Let's put that plate back on. Alright, fully loaded magazine. I'm going to load it. Now I'm going to slide it. Get some slide action. Oh, okay, watch this. Alright, so we got that loaded. place the gun down for a second without any attachments, I have made it stock. Don't worry, it's not like that when on the gun. Instead, it looks a little bit something like this. Now, if you're wondering, this part is supposed to be like a little shoulder rest. So if you want to rest on your shoulder, like this, you can. But I'm not gonna go through that much of a process to find the biggest possible arch piece I can find. That part won't work. Now, if you want to, you can grab like a very thin piece of string and use that as like a little sling to put on the stock for when you need it, or to actually have the gun by your side at all times. If you want to actually build this thing and take it into battle, if you wanted to do that, that's okay. If you don't want to. Now, give me 1 second to quickly attach. I'm going to pause the recording for now, so I'll see you when I come back. Sorry for unpausing the recording right when the camera's in the bed, but here is the gun with the stock on. Just joking, it looks like this. Ridiculous, I know, right? Like first person shooter style here, just like you just see this little thing just bobbing around, just like just shaking. Oh, that's my laptop, by the way. I closed it. I was watching another guy's videos, like it was like a scary story reading. I decided to turn it off for now. I also got Pivot, so I might start uploading videos with that. Alright, so back to this. Look at that. You can actually rest it against your shoulder. And remember that this part is, you can fully customize this to your extent, so you can even make the stock longer, shorter. You can make you have the option to get rid of that part and make it like an actual stock, and you can do anything with it that you need to, like, except, little warning, these pieces I have here are extremely loose. If you want to have like the same design, no modifications, I would actually recommend getting very tight pieces over here, and very tight 1x4 bricks to go with that, because like these pieces are very prone to falling off, and I've had some problems before where they would actually come out with the magazine. Oh, let me just quickly, balancing camera, balancing my phone on my wrist. Alright, so here's what that magazine extension looks like. Doesn't that look cool? It's just like you have all these attachments. You're like, oh god, too heavy. Dude, okay. Now remember, you can always put on the little, you can always build these attachments and put on the little suppressor or extended barrel thing ahead. If you want to, you can actually take off the pieces on the fold-up part that you see right here, and instead you can dropped it. Sorry. You can attach it onto the squared one. Now look what I've done. I have created the very barrel extension. I like this part. It's like, it's against my shoulder. Ow. Oh, geez. Yeah, I just experienced a problem with these two little loose parts. Now, if you go into my sister's channel, when she records with the phone, she usually holds it like the way I'm holding it right now. I usually hold it like this, that way I can get more in the frame. Like, I don't want a very tight, congested picture, especially when I'm trying to view a gun. They cannot be put into like a tight space like you see here, and instead must be put in the longer screen, so that way I can view all this, rather than hardly trying to get everything in the frame at once without having to basically break my muscles. So yeah, this was a fun little tutorial. Have fun, TTU. I don't know what I'm gonna do for right there. I might just have to extend my hand all the way out, my finger all the way out there or something. Because, like, the way I planned it is, like, to put, like, a little piece right here. That's going to be the trigger reset system, then go, like, TTU. But then I'm thinking, nah, that's not going to work. So I might do, like, a little thing where it goes all the way out here, and then I have to go. Then again, I can just grab, like, a couple parts, like, like these two parts right here, like that one set part, and put them together, then use that right there as the trigger reset system. Like there being that little Technic piece, and then the spring can just be put into that, whilst I have like a small little trigger system with this little part. In fact, this was actually remnant of the trigger system. I just decided not to break a pen, because all the pens I have that come with springs I use. Not all the time, but sometimes I will use them. Come attached to them sometimes, I don't know why. I think every little, even inanimate objects deserve some love. Pet, pet. I don't know why I'm doing that. So yeah, my little fedora of awesomeness. I've also made this little switchblade thing. I got it off a Lego tutorial. I'm not gonna explain how to do it, just because. Oh, if you just simply search Lego switchblade or something, or like Lego pocket knife, these results might come up, and just Google up the tutorial, then you'll see how to make the smaller one. I made this one using the same schematics as the smaller one, but instead I actually use this plate so that way I can attach the smaller one that I actually made previously to it. I also had the part that actually originally goes to that one in my little hat of awesome right here. Now for the storage of my hat. This just, the magazines and everything just go separately. Except this part has to be detached from the giant part, so that way it doesn't take up as much space. All these just go in as normal. Ooh, the thing I like to do here, give me 1 second, I gotta put the camera down so that way I can actually perform it. I like putting the little extended fold-up one, like that, and then doing that, and putting that in there. And this suppressor, the square suppressor, just goes in on its own. It's too small to even be folded anyways. Not just also like this little, oh, that's the extended barrel. This is the suppressor part. That goes in there. Magazine accessory, that just goes in there as well. But now we're going to have to come to the storage of the gun. What I do is if you want to put it in a small space, best recommendation is to actually take off this whole front barrel piece right here, and then taking it, then do it like that, so that way it's like a little, so that way it leaves like a little hole right there. And then you detach the stock, and then you also detach this piece, little end piece here. Alright, so just quickly, I'm going to show you how to fold up the stock. Hope I can do this with only one hand. Yep. You're going to take it off. Where's the other piece? Okay. Now for this piece, I can just go back to its original position where its two sets hanging over the original. Even with the camera, it's so hard to do it. Okay. Like looking directly at it, I'm just like looking at it. Okay. Get the stock folded up like that, so that way it can be easily stored. Don't know why I'm doing that. Maybe it's because I watched a little bit too much How to Basic. And then here we have a little plate. Like sometimes I'll go on these little watching space of his videos, even like the same ones over and over again. But back to the main topic of storing the gun. Now what you're gonna do with this is you're gonna take out this piece only for a short while, so that way you can actually take out this part, like that. Then you see what I did there? Alright, so then you're gonna take this piece, and then you're gonna break it off, so that way you have the separate little piece right here. That little separate piece. And put it in there, then you're gonna basically slide it in there, so that way it looks like the slide's in the correct positioning, just without the rest. Now, if you wanted to, you can try to slide it, but with the failure, because that piece is actually a loose piece. Now, I just hope by looking closely at the gun, you've actually already figured out what it looks like. You can go back in the video and pause it, But here's what it looks like all folded up. Also, that sight, it's a sight actually, not something you might think it's not. It really is a sight, nothing else. But you would take, if you're gonna do the exact same sight with the cup and everything, you're gonna have two stud, one by one non-technic piece right there. But two studs. It could be a cone. Now here you can either do a cone cylinder or a 1x1 cone or a 1x1 cylinder. My thoughts. But you can also just have another one of these little bricks. Then you're gonna need the Technic brick over one stud that goes on the very tip of that little cone. Come on, focus. Camera focus. Yeah! Then you take that Technic brick, put it on top of that. Then if you don't have the cup, that doesn't matter. You still want to take off the top piece, so that way it doesn't do anything. The highest you can get is around the height of that gray piece. It doesn't matter about the cup. And there's your stored gun. One last look. And there you go. It's in the hat of storage. Now I hope you enjoyed this video. And goodbye. Get it? Okay. Okay, goodbye.